went too far, didn't I? Tipping over the table, shouting. It was like Christ turning the moneylenders out of the temple. I had no right to behave like that.
Confessions of a justified sinner. Blimey.
So you think I was justified then?
Oh, looks a bit heavy going.
Bernice, have you heard a word I've been saying?
I stopped listening to you about 6 o'clock this morning. Now, I should say this once more, and then I don't want to hear another word on the subject. You said what had to be said. You've got nothing to feel guilty about.
But...
No Ash, no buts, no if-onlys. The matter's closed. You've got other things to think about.
A farewell to arms.
Or in my case, to the wool pack. Which is where I should be now. I've got to give Tricia and Marlon their final instructions.
I'll come with you.
I thought you were going to be writing your sermon for tonight's service.
I was. I will. But I've got a problem with the car. I want Scott to have a look at it.
You sure you're not just putting off communing with your muse?
I have to admit, I haven't got a clue about what I'm going to say.
We've both got some tricky goodbyes to face, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Still, we're not going to get anything done standing around here.
Bernice, are you going to be at the service tonight?
I'll do my best. I've got a lot to do in the pub. I'll see how it goes. I mean, you'll be all right without me.
From the solicitors, giving us the date for the court hearing.
When's it going to be?
5th of October.
So we've got a few weeks to wait then?
Yeah, well, if it was up to me, they'd sort it out tomorrow. The sooner the better.
And what they're going to decide, do you reckon?
Well, you're going to be stopping here with me. I've got the best case.
But you can't be sure.
Well, I know I can't be sure, but it's the right thing to do, and the court are going to see that. Don't you worry. Come on, get your things together and I'll run you to the bus stop.
Scott? Scott, you there?
What do you want?
Have you been sleeping here?
What if I have?
Why? Did you forget your house key or something?
No. No, Mum threw me out.
Well, that's terrible. Do you want me to have a word with her?
No, I don't think it'd make a difference if you did. I thought you were leaving anyway.
Yes, but not till tonight.
Right, well, then it's not your problem, then. Not it's any of your business, anyway.
I care about the welfare of your family.
Yeah, not enough to make you stay.
That's hardly fair.
Listen, did you come in and nose around, or is there something I can do for you?
Yes, actually, my car's not starting very well. I'd like it fixed before I leave.
Well, I'm sure it's nothing serious. I'll have a look at it for you.
And you'll be able to repair it?
I'll do my best, yeah.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah, pop back at lunchtime. I should have it done by then.
Scott, you know, if there's anything I can do...
Lunchtime, all right?
Morning, Ashley.
Hello, Zoe.
So how do you feel now that the big day's almost here?
I'd feel better if I hadn't behaved so badly at the jumble sale.
From what I heard, you had every reason to get upset. You care passionately about things. That's why you're going, isn't it? That's why Bernice loves you so much.
You know, I couldn't have made the decision to leave without her support. She's been marvellous.
You can have a wonderful new life together.
Zoe, I'm going to miss you. You've been a good friend to me.
Oh, we'll keep in touch. It's not as if you're going to the other side of the world.
Right, that's covered. Casual staff, sundry nibbles and lavatory hygiene. What's next? Deliveries. Right, the draymen are here in half an
And
hour.
there are 3 things you've got to remember. 1, don't want anything off the wagon until you've gone through the order.
Item.
By item.
2, make sure the cellar's neat, tidy and organised. That guarantees ease of delivery and quality of the beer.
And 3, don't make them a cup of tea until they finish.
You have been over it a fair few times, Pet.
I tell you what, Bernice, you must have loads to do. Why don't you let me and Tricia do this delivery on our own?
Oh, yeah?
You know, I think you're trying to get rid of me.
Oh, no, of course we're not. We're really sad to see you go.
As from tomorrow, we are going to be managing the bar for Diane.
He has got a point. It's very kind of you to offer, Marlon, but just because it's my last day doesn't mean to say I'm not going to pull me weight.
We'll get somebody over there in the next couple of hours, OK? Thanks.
What was that?
It's the Jacksons. They've got a problem with some of their bullocks. Sounds like a lungworm. We just need to give them a quick injection. It's quite straightforward.
I know what the procedure is, Paddy. Just thought maybe you'd like to do it.
You're all right. Come on. You can't keep avoiding working with large animals. Not in a practice like this.
Look, you don't need to lecture me about this practice. Thank you very much.
Yeah, well, you haven't got a future in it. Not unless you come to terms with what's happened and move on.
And here endeth today's lesson.
I'm only trying to help.
Oh, Adam, wonder if you can do me a small favour. A couple of tetanus jabs up at the stables. I said I'd go this afternoon.
Sorry, I've got to go to the Jacksons.
Well, you could go there when you finish. It's not much of a detour.
Yeah, well, I've got a few other calls to make as well. Might take quite a while.
What calls?
You could do the injections. It's pretty straightforward.
Is that supposed to be funny?
Well, Adam's right, it is.
Well, why don't you go?
I have a meeting in Houghton after lunch.
Well, I'm busy and I might not have time.
They have to be done today.
You'll be fine.
Oh, thanks for letting me come, Dad. I won't let you down. I'm going to catch loads of fish, honest.
Watch and learn, son. Just watch and learn.
This'll do. Well, can we get started then?
No point in starting yet, lad. You'll not catch out at this time of day. Better leave it for an hour or so.
I want to start now.
Right. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Let him go, he can't do any harm.
Pardon me for asking, sir. But if we're not going to catch anything for a while, why are we here so early?
To get me out of Betty's road. She finds out I lost that money yesterday, there'll be all hell to pay.
Fair enough. Hey, shall we have our packed lunch?
Aye, go on then. Cucumber sandwich. My favourite.
I came to apologise for what I said at the jumble sale.
You don't have to do that. Not after my outburst.
If I hadn't have said those things about Viv and her family, though, perhaps things wouldn't have got so out of control.
Viv herself was hardly blameless.
Yeah, I know. When I look back on the things I said, I just don't recognise myself.
I could say the same.
I mean, I know I don't get on with Viv, but even she deserves better than the mouthful I gave her. A year ago, I would never have made a scene like that.
We all change. We're all at the mercy of circumstances.
You don't have to tell me that. The more I try and take control of my life, the less in control I seem to be.
Is that what you feel like now?
Jack won't let me talk to the boys unless he's there. In a few weeks, a court's going to decide who they're going to live with. I just hate it.
Things will settle down eventually. I suppose you've just got to hang on.
I'm not going to give up. I'm going to go and see them after school.
If you're sure that's a good idea.
Things can't be much worse. I'm sorry for bothering you, Ashley, but I just don't know who else to turn to.
It's what I'm here for. To listen, to try and help.
Not for much longer.
So you're going to go back to casual bar work in Leeds, or you're going to become a full-time vicar's wife?
One thing at a time, Terry. We haven't even left yet.
I must admit, when you first took over this place, I didn't think you had what it takes. It could have been sour grapes. You proved me wrong. You're going to be a hard act to follow.
Thanks, Terry.
You've been staring at that empty glass for half an hour. Are you hoping it's going to fill itself?
I don't want another drink, thank you. Not that it's any of your business.
As a matter of fact, it is my business. This is a pub.
Do you want me to leave? Is that what you're saying?
What do you do? Go back to Betty's and stare at the walls there.
Oh, I've had enough of this.
Don't go. You haven't heard the best bit yet.
What? Another lecture?
I've come to offer you a job. We'll be a bit short-staffed when Bernice's gone.
Well, you want me to do bar work?
Washing up. I know it's not much, but I bet you've not had too many job offers lately.
I don't have much choice, do I?
I'm not your biggest fan, Kelly, but why don't you start tomorrow and we'll see how it goes.
I bumped into Ashley this morning. I was telling you how much I'm going to miss him.
Oh, yeah?
Must be hard for you both having to say all your goodbyes.
Oh, it's not so bad, really. It's not as if we've had to go anywhere. People have been coming in all day wishing us all the best. It's been ever so nice.
Well, that's because we're all so fond of you and Ashley. And as I said to him, it's not as if you'll be that far away.
No. Will you excuse me for a minute?
It's all getting a bit too much for you, isn't it?
Oh, take no notice of me. I'm just being silly.
I don't think you're being silly at all. You like living here. It's going to be a wrench to leave.
It's kindness. That's what's so hard to take. If people didn't care, it wouldn't matter as much.
People are going to miss you.
I'm going to miss them.
Why don't you stop working if it's making you unhappy? Me and Marlon and Tricia can cope.
No, I want to keep busy.
You want to savour every last minute. Persuade yourself for a few hours it's not going to happen.
That's not what I'm doing.
You know, it's not too late to change your mind. If you really don't want to go, you don't have to.
That's ridiculous.
Not from where I'm standing. If you're in this state now, what are you going to be like in a few months' time?
I'll be fine. I'll be fine because I'll be with Ashley. That's all that matters. Once today's over, everything's going to be all right. You'll see.
You should go back.
Ian.
Go on.
Not as easy as it looks, is it?
I was dead chuffed when my dad said I could come today. I want to show him I can be a proper poacher like you two.
Going about it wrong way, lad. You need a proper rod for starters.
Can I have a go with it?
Aye, if you look after it.
I will, I promise.
What you been using for bait?
Well, I heard this bloke on the telly saying that you should catch trout by fly fishing. So I got these off window ledge at home.
I think you got the wrong idea there, lad. You catch nought with a dead blue bottle, except gut rot. You've got to try trotting a worm.
Eh?
Old ways are the best. Look here. Dug up fresh this morning. Help yourself.
Ta.
You liked it, didn't you? Oh, you loved it. See? Wasn't that bad, was it?
Flippin' heck are you doing here?
Just passing.
I thought you said you had some other calls to make. How long have you been here for?
Does it matter?
You've been here all along, haven't you? You lied to me, you could have done this job.
But the point is, you did it, didn't you? You got back in that store with a horse and gave it an injection. Just like you've done 1,000 times before.
Piece of cake.
Of course it was. You're a good vet.
Yeah, all right. All right, that's enough. Save my life, give me back my confidence, just spare me the flattery, please.
All right, but there was one other thing I was going to do for you.
What?
Buy you a pint.
I never wanted it to go to court. And I know it's going to be unpleasant for all of us, but it's the best way to sort things out.
The best way to break up the family, you mean?
No. No, whatever the court says, we'll still be a family. It's just the fairest way to decide who's going to live where.
You just want to take Victoria away from us. And you're hoping that they'll let you do it.
If I had my way, all three of you would come and live with me.
No chance.
I don't think there's much point in this, Sarah.
Please, Jack, let me finish. I know you must be feeling angry, wanting to blame me and lash out, but I'm not to blame for everything that happened. I can't stand the idea of you hating me.
Well, you should have thought of that before. When we came back from Spain, things were great. Better than they've been for ages. You know, Dad had been really, really trying hard to make things work. But that wasn't good enough for you. You know, you had to smash it all, didn't you?
Well, you've done a good brainwashing job, I'll give you that.
You leave me, Dad, alone. Why don't you leave us alone? Just get lost. You're not wanted here.
I think you better go, Sarah.
Robert, do you feel the same way as Andy?
Did you have to be so mean?
Oh, I didn't hear you sticking up for her.
She's our mum.
Not anymore, she isn't. She stopped being that when she walks out on us. And she's not coming back.
Hey. By heck, son. Have you caught all this lot on your own?
Yeah. I've been trotting a worm. The old ways are the best.
Couldn't have done better, Miss Sen. If you ask me, he's a natural.
You're not wrong, sir. Well done, son. I'm proud of you.
You sure you don't want to come to church with me, Bennett?
No, Alan. Ashley needs to say goodbye to his congregation. I don't want to get in the way.
You should go. You're the cause of his downfall. The woman whom thou gavest to be with me, she gave me of the tree and I did eat.
Any more talk like that and you'll be barred.
For quoting the good book, I'm trying to show her the error of her ways.
Don't bother.
Time hour in church. Won't do you any harm to be there, you know.
I'd better be off too. I don't want to be late.
2 pints, please, Bernice. I don't know about you, Paddy, but I'm starving.
I'm not sure that Marlon's started doing food yet.
I'll go and ask him.
How do you feel, Bernice, now it's nearly time to go?
Bet you can hardly tear yourself away, can you?
Right, that's it. That's enough.
What's up?
Tricia, would you mind finishing serving Adam and Paddy?
Bernice, did you want me?
Yes, Marlon. Would you take Adam's order? No offence, but I've spent the entire day with people telling me how much they're going to miss me and asking me how I feel. Well, I feel terrible. And I'm going to miss you all. But I should be in church with Ashley. And if I don't get a move on, I'm going to be late.
Hang on, love, I'll come with you. You two can cope, can't you?
No problem.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to what is a very special occasion for me. It's also a very sad one. Goodbyes are like that. But I don't want to be gloomy. I want to celebrate with you all the happy times I've spent here in the village and to thank you for your fellowship and friendship. I'd like to begin by singing a favourite hymn of mine, number 205, Love Divine or Love's Excelling.
I appreciate what you did for our son.
You can show your appreciation later by buying me a pint.
Hey, I can do better than that.
What's this?
Winner of the 3:30 tomorrow. I got it from a man who knows one of the trainer's lads. It's cast iron.
I might be. What am I supposed to bet with? One of these?
Oh, you'll think of something, Seth. You always do.
I've spent the whole day searching for the right words to say to you all, and I'm still not sure that I've found them. I suppose we spend our whole lives searching, don't we? Looking for something that gives us a purpose, a meaning. It might be a happy family, friendship, or most precious of all, love. But there's something else beyond all those things that gives my life a meaning. It might be hard to understand and harder still to explain, but I've been called by God to do his work. That means that the choices I make aren't always my own. Why else would I be leaving? Why would I risk the happiness that I have here by taking a step into the unknown? I've asked myself that question 100 times. I'm leaving because I want to help people who are trying to make sense of their lives.
What's the matter? I don't know, love.
I couldn't have made the decision to leave without the support of Bernice. I spoke earlier of the gifts of family, friendship and love, but Bernice has offered me far more. She's prepared to sacrifice her happiness, her life here, surrounded by friends, running the pub she always dreamed of, in the village she loves. She's prepared to give up all that for me. What a wonderful gift for one person to offer another. Thank you, Bernice, with all my heart. Thank you, but I'm not going to accept it. Why should I, when everything I want is here? My friends, people who need my support. And most of all, you. I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying here. I love you.